statement. So after you are going to see that recursion. So that control statement is also called iteration and decision. After we are going to see that recursion. Okay. So today's class is looping statement. Last class whatever we have seen means how to write the C program simply and what is the meaning for that C programs for each and everything. For semicolon also we have seen that what is the meaning for that semicolon and what is the meaning for printf and what is the meaning for whole C program and how it's executing and that memory can how allocate the space to the whatever you are given that storage. We can see that how it's executed and how it's allocating the space to the given data, and we can see last we can see the data types. Data types is nothing but still your people is coming. Please inform your friends and come soon. நான் அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் கொடுத்தாச்சுமா அதனால சொல்றேன். So we are see the last class data types and data types.
Hello,
having yes
ma'am, Teja network problem.
Teja means which Teja?
Teja Babu.
Teja Babu.
Again I left and joined.
Okay.
Thanks.
So last class we see about the data types. Data types is nothing but declaration of every variable that is used to specify the type of data. So this is the data type, and we are seeing that primitive data types. Primitive data types is nothing but integer, float, character, void, and integer having the meaning. That is nothing. So integer is having that meaning. It is nothing but it occupies 2 bytes. So float can be the real numbers and can be it occupies 4 bytes, and void is nothing but it is specifies no value, which means no having that meaningful. So without using also no problem in that void. So after we are using see that character is nothing but it occupies that 1 byte and it is having the ASCII code language. The character can be the variable, right? So after we are going to see that looping. Control statement. Looping is not control statement is nothing but it is a statement in a program or executed in a sequence, which is nothing but the order can be executed, can be controlled using the control statement. So that control statement having the 3 false statements, that is nothing but assignment statement, input output statement, control statement. That in assignment statement is nothing but the result of the calculation that are can be stored in the variable. Input output statement is nothing but data is read or printed out. That is called the input output statement. Is the statement and statement. So this is the control statement. That statement and iteration. Iteration is nothing but looping. Looping statement is called the iteration. So branching in that branching statement, we can see that. See here that function objectives is nothing but we are going to yes.
Ma'am, ma'am, this is ma'am.
Ma.
Attendance இருக்கும்போது போயிடுச்சு ma'am. திருப்பி ஜாயின் பண்ணல மேம்.
யாரு?
ஜானவி மேம்.
Janavi.
எஸ் மேம்.
Okay, I will take attendance after 10 o'clock. I will put that time, okay?
ஓகே மேம்.
So today's class for types of control system and how it's in that control system, what are happening that we can see. That is nothing but if else, understand the looping concept and switch case statement, break, continue and go to statement. This is the full iteration and branching statement. Okay, so next control statement is classified into two types, conditional and unconditional control statements. Conditional statement is nothing but decision making, that is called the branching and looping statement. Unconditional is nothing but which is not included anything. So next we are going to see that decision making, branching and jumping statement. So if else is nothing but if else is nothing but decision making, if else is nothing but making, branching and statement. Okay, switch and if else's can be using that branching. So if you are seeing that example means you can understand why we are saying that decision making and branching statement. Okay, so go to is nothing but jumping statement. It jumps from that whatever we are given the data, it jumps into the program. So while and do while, for loops can be that looping statement. So it will execute the number of elements or anything will be executed continuously. So that is called the looping statement. So if statement condition. So if statement, it is nothing but it is used to execute the set of statements depending on the outcome of the logical test, that is called the if statement. So in that if statement have that syntax see here, that if condition and true block statement. If the condition is true, it will proceed through the true block statements, which is nothing but executes the true block statement. Otherwise it will execute the statement. So it will, if it is true only, it will execute this true statement. Otherwise it goes to the executable statement. So see the flow chart for if statement. So it will be starting the test condition. The condition can be tested, which is nothing but if condition. So if condition is it will be the true means it will goes to the true block statement. Otherwise it is false means it will executable statement. So it will, both can be ended. So the if condition is true, it will, if it is true means only it will execute the block of statement. Otherwise it goes to the executable statement and it will, both can be ended. So this is the if statement. If else statement is nothing but if else is nothing but it is used which is nothing to execute the condition. It will execute the block of statement. Otherwise it goes to the executable statement. So this is the if statement. If else statement is nothing but if else is nothing but it is used to carry out which is nothing to execute the condition. It will execute the block of statement. Which is nothing to execute the condition. It will will discuss that it will to the else statement, else condition, it will execute the else condition. If the condition is given is false, means it will goes to the else part and execute that statement. So it can be called as the if else statement. So which is nothing but used to carry out one of the two possible action. It's depending on the outcome of the logical test. Okay, so this is the if else statements. Okay, so the for flow chart, see the syntax. If condition executing the true block statement. If it is the condition will fail, means it will goes to the else part, and else part having that false block statement. So the block statement can be executed after condition not satisfied, means it will move to the false block statement. See flowchart for that if else means test the condition. Whatever we are given that condition that can be tested, it will goes to the true. If it is true, means it will goes to the true block statement, otherwise it goes to the false. Okay, so the both can be ended. So this is the if else statement. So in that you are having nested if also. Nested if is nothing but ladder means it will comes by it will first it will execute the if statement, and in that if statement it's having some if statement. Okay, so in that if statement having that again else part, and that after that which is nothing but nested if inside another if. Okay, that is called the nested if statement. So within the body of the if statement or the body of the else statement, another if and else statement will appear. So such statements are called the nested if statement. Okay, so after that we are going to see that. So next we are going to see that while loop. Okay, while loop is nothing but it's execute a block of instruction repeatedly as long as the condition is true. So whether the condition is true, whenever the condition is true, that time also it will execute. After the condition is failed, means only the while loop can be ended. Otherwise it will execute as long as the condition is satisfying. Okay, so while loop is nothing but it is used to carry out the set of statement. Set of while statement, it is used to carry out a set of statement to be executed repeatedly. So until the some condition is satisfied, so it is called it is also called as entry controlled loop. Okay, so it evaluates the test condition first and then executes the expression given inside the loop. So this is called the while loop. So while loop syntax will be the first we have to initialize the conditions. Okay. So initialization counter, which is nothing but while condition having some condition, and after that while condition is uh, true, means it will goes to the body of the loop or modifying the counter, which is nothing but increment decrement part. Okay, whether the given conditions, this can be the body of the loop, of the statement. Okay. So this is the while loop syntax, and flowchart will be the start and initializing and testing the while condition. If it is true, so go to the body of the loop, and the body of the loop is nothing but which is a given printf statement. That printf statement, if it is okay, means it will modify the condition, which is nothing but increment I plus plus the I plus plus or I minus decrement or the increment. Okay, so whether the I told you that it will execute a block of instruction repeatedly. So it as long as the condition is true. So true agravarika, it will goes to the test again. It will goes to the test condition and again execute the body of the loop and then modifying the statement, and again it will still it's going when it comes the false. At that time only it can be ended. Okay, so whether the condition will satisfy up to as long as it's going the process. After the condition is failed, it will stop the process. This is the why. Do while is nothing but it is used to carry out the set of statement. It can be executed repeatedly until the condition is true. But the do while is nothing but control loop. I told you that while loop can be entry controlled loop and it evaluates the test condition. Okay, and then executes the expression inside given inside loop. Okay, whatever we are given the inside of the body of the loop that can execute. First, it will checks the condition and execute the loop. Okay. In the do while, it will be the exit control loop. We can say because the condition only checks the condition can be checked so at the end of the loop only, so it executes the body of the loop first and evaluates the condition. So this is called the do while loop. So this can be called as exit controlled loop. Okay, see that initial counter we are giving the do is not do is having that body of the loop and after the end of the things only, which is the exit of the program, we are giving that while condition. Okay, so the while condition, so first it will execute, first it will be initialize the value and after the body of the loop, which is nothing but the statement that can be given after the printing that statement, it will test the condition. If the condition is true means it will go again, it will move to the do means body of the loop. Again it will check the, again it will increment it and it will check the condition. Again it will move to the body of the loop until the condition is satisfying. If it is the condition is false means it will stop the program. So this is the do while loop. While loop is nothing but entry controlled loop. Do while is nothing but exit controlled loop. We can given that in the while loop we can given the conditions and after the statement, but here in the do while we are giving the statement which is nothing but do statement. After that we are giving that condition. So it will say execute the statement and checks the condition. So it's called the exit control loop. This can be while loop is can be entry control loop because it's not having the do while, right? So do is nothing, do is not there, only while condition is there, so it will check the condition and satisfies the statement, otherwise it will end the loop. Here will do while first execute the statement and checks the condition, after it will exit which is coming false, it will exit the loop. Okay, this is the do while loop. So next we are seeing that for loop. For loop is nothing but it is used to execute the block of the instruction. So for the single linear line, we are giving initializing and incrementing, and conditions are given in that for loop. So this is called the for loop, which is nothing but it is also repeatedly iteration. Okay, so the for loop also execute the block of instruction repeatedly. Okay, so set of instruction we have executed how many time as long as it will be executed. So this is called the for loop. For statement, it is commonly used in a looping statement in C. Okay, the for loop is a repetitive control structure and it is used to execute set of instruction repeatedly until the condition becomes false. Okay, how can that for loop conditions will have means condition not the for loop sequence is nothing but it will first it will initialize the value and it checks the condition. After that it having that more increment and decrement position. So this is the way of writing the for loop. So it have then some sequence, it have the initial condition and modify some value to perform them succeeding loop as such long as the condition is true. So the here that how that for loop works means initialization. For example, if you are given I equal to 0 means that is the initialization. I can be value can be initialized, right? So that can be the initialization. After I is less than equal to 5 means that is the condition. That condition is satisfied means it goes to the body of the loop. That body of the loop it's print the statement, right? That statement if it is printed means that can be goes to the increment or decrement parts, which is nothing but modification. So whether the given value is I equal to 0, it checks the condition is less than equal to 5 means the 0 is less than or equal to 5 is right. Yes, it will be less than. So it will do the body of the will check the condition. That increment decrement goes to the condition and checks the condition and present like that. It will goes until the condition satisfying false. Okay. So it will be the flow chart for the for loop is start initialization and test the condition. Test the condition. Initialization is that this is can be written as rectangular box. Condition can be written as in this box, and after that condition it will check the body of loop. I told you that body of the loop is true means it will goes to the again modification, right? Modification part. If the modification again it will goes to the test the condition until the process is going as long as condition is become true. After if the condition is for example I told you I is less than or equal to 5, if the I value becomes 6 means that 6 is less than or equal to 5, that condition will be false, right? So it will end the program. So false statement it will goes to the end the program. So this is the for loop. It is also nothing but it will initialization and condition on modification will there. So it is nothing but execute the block of instruction repeatedly. This is called the iteration. Okay. Now we can see the example. So this is the example for loop. Okay, we are using that main and we are initializing integer I because of int is nothing but data type. We are initializing I value using for loop. We are initializing I equal to 1 and I is less than or equal to 10 and I plus plus. We are giving that statement, right? For loop statement, and we are giving that printf equal to I and d percentage d and n. D is nothing but data format specifier. N is nothing but new line. I told you that escape sequence, right? That escape sequence it's having some valuable meaningful. Okay, n can be it printing the values can be new line next to next. Okay, and printing the I value. Okay, here see that for loop having that I equal to 0, I equal to 1. That I equal to 1 is the initialization value. That I equal to 1 is checks the condition. See here that 1 can be less than or equal to 10. Yes, the condition is correct, right? So it will whenever the I become 1, it will whenever the I become 1, it checks the condition I is less than or equal to 10 means the condition is true. So it will print the value 1. So this program is nothing but printing 1 to 10 numbers using the for loop conditions. Okay. So the I equal to 1 means it's less than or equal to 10 means the condition is true. It will move to the 1, right? 1 is 1 means which is printing the I value equal to 1. Again, it will goes to the increment part because we are giving I plus plus means it will increment value. Okay. first increment and substitute the value which is given plus plus I means first incremented and first substituted and it have the pre-increment and post-increment. Pre-increment is nothing but first it increment and substitute the value which is means plus plus I. Okay, here given I plus plus means it is the post increment. First we have to substitute the value and increment the whether given the value can be incremented. Okay, so this is the post order and pre order meaningful. Okay, plus plus I plus ko meaning இதுதான். So we are printing that I value equal to 1 and it will goes to the increment position, then I will become 2. Okay, that I will become 2 means it will goes again checks the condition 2 is less than or equal to 10 means the condition is true. Again it will come through the statement and print the value 2. The 2 will becomes again 2 will goes to the I plus plus which means modification. The 2 can be incremented, it will becomes 3, right? That 3 can be checks the condition, then I value become 3 is less than or equal to 10, the condition is true, the statement again it will print the I value is the 3 can be goes to the modification part, that modification part will having that modification part it will becomes the 4, right? That 4 can be checks the condition until the condition is moved to the 10, right? That 10 will be incremented again, the 10 is greater than or equal to 10 means is equal, right? The condition is true, again it will print the value 10 and it will goes to the modification part I plus plus, that I plus plus will become 10 will become 11. Whenever the I become 11 is less than or equal to 10, the condition will be satisfied, checks the condition, the condition will be failed. So it will end the program. So it will print the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10, right? So it printing the value 1 to 10 numbers. Whenever I become 11, the condition will be failed because the given condition is 11 is less than or equal to 10. It will be the false, right? So it will be the false means the loop can be exit. So this is the how that for loop can be execute, right? புரியுதா for loop எப்படி execute ஆகுது? So how can you are initialize the part? Initialization part having some loop counter which is nothing but initialization expression can be here, the semicolon we are using. So for loop, for initialization part, we after writing the initialization part, we can giving that semicolon. After it goes to the test condition, the test conditions, the condition test, the value of the loop counter can be determines whether the body of the loop can be executed or not. In case of it will be the infinite loop, the condition the sections can be skipped whenever it will move to the printf, which will state the body of that statement. Okay. So after we are writing that initial condition, we can use initialization. You are giving that semicolon. After writing the condition, we are giving that semicolon. After we are giving to the modification part, which is nothing but I plus plus increment or decrement. After we are closing that bracket, we are no need to give here semicolon because the for loop having the semicolon. No need after finishing the for loop, don't give the semicolon. If you are given means it will shows the error. After we are giving that printf, whatever we are given the condition that we have to give that printf statement. So after that printf statement, we have give to we must give that semicolon. So this is how to write the for loop. Okay. So this is the basic syntax and loop execution of printing 1 to 10 numbers program using the for loop. Okay, so this is the for loop. Next we are going to see another more example. So next we are going to see while க்கு ஒரு example. See here, for example of for while. So here I told you that while as a while can be having the entry controlled loop, right? So while having the entry controlled loop, that how that while can be executed means here we are given that while first we are initializing I equal to 0 and j equal to 0, and after we are using that while condition I plus plus less than or equal to 3, right? Again we are using again while condition j plus plus and less than or equal to 3. Okay, so this is after that we are giving that we have to print the value ij. So this is the very basic. So we here I plus plus is nothing but pre increment or post increment. Here we are using pre increment. First we are increment the value and substitute the value. Okay. So first how that program can be executed means I equal to 0 and I equal to 0 and j equal to 0. So next to while condition, it checks the while condition I plus plus less than or equal to 3, right? We are giving that 0, right? 0 is 0 can be less than or equal to 3 is conditions will be satisfying, and it will move to the while j plus plus and less than or equal to 3, right? Then j value become 0. So in j plus plus substitute 0 value, it will become 1 and it will execute the empty body, but it will be repeated. Okay, so that empty body is nothing but here the j value can become 0. It checks the condition and it will execute the empty. Again that loop can be goes to the while condition, and because we are given that empty statement, right, it will move to the while condition and j plus plus become j can become 1 and substitute the value 1, it will become 2. The condition is true. That condition is true means it will be the empty body. Again that empty body will goes to the again j value, j will substitute the 3 will substitute the value, which means it will get condition is true and it will becomes 4, and 4 can be substituted value and it will become 5, right? That will be the condition is failed, right? So it will move to the again if the condition is failed means it will move to the I plus plus. So that I plus plus we are giving that first we are applied 0 value, right? That 0 value it will check the j condition and that while condition will be, which means j part will be executed repeatedly. J part can be executed repeatedly. After the J part will be failed means it will goes to the I part, then I part will be becomes 0, 1, 2 and condition it will be 3, right? That it will becomes 4 means the condition will be failed. So it comes out from the while loop and repeated the value. So last thing will be final value. It can printed the I value and j value means 5 and 8 because it will satisfy the condition, right? Must tell your people coming. Okay, I'm again repeating. So here that using that while condition, while condition, we are initializing value I equal to 0. Can given the condition is j part will have in some j value, right? 0 again 0 is less than or equal to 3 means it will satisfy the condition and it will move to the empty part and j value become again it will goes to the while part of the j, and if the j value become 1 and 1 can be substituted in j, and it checks the condition. Whether the condition is true, it will move to the again it will body of the empty loop, and it will move to the again j part, and again it will up till the condition is going to true or false. The condition is false means it will move to that, it print the high value, right? While condition, when it is becomes fail means the 4 is given, right? 4 value can be substituted, it will becomes fail, right? So 4 is less than or equal to 3 means the condition false. So if the condition will be false, okay, it's come out the while loop, and repeated value can be stopped, and it will move to the I value, okay? So I put here the dotted line. So how still it's working, the condition becomes true means that process is going like that, right? After it will fail means it will goes to the I value, that I value become 2, it will condition comes inside, and that condition is true means it will goes to the again j part can be executed first ல இருந்து மறுபடியும் execute ஆகும், and it will move to the condition if failed, and it will move checks the condition while I, and I become 5. So I value substituted 3, condition comes inside, and value becomes 6, okay? The value becomes 6 until it will go in the process, right? That conditions can be executed, it will become failed. So that I value can be become the 5, and it will become that 8. So this is how that while loop can be executed, okay? Next we are going to see if so using that if condition, if else part, if x is less than 0 means, so for example, we can giving that x value is a -1, 1 is less than 0 means the condition will be wrong, right? So if you are given -1, -1 and -2, -3, that like we are given means it will be compared to 0, it will be the less, right? So that can be, if if you are given that x value is -1 means if we print the statement it is negative, right? So whether you are given that here x equal to 1 means that 1 can be non-negative. So using this if condition, so if you are using that if statement, if else part means here that we are given x equal to 1 means it will be the failed, right? So 1 is less than 0, right? 1 is greater than 0. So that whether we are given the condition will be 0 is greater than, when compared to all the numbers 0 is greater than. So சின்ன number the statement we are given x equal 0, if you are given x equal to -1 or -2, it will print the negative value, okay? So this is the if else, okay? Next one we are going to see that else if nested if. So here we are using the if else, okay, which is nothing but nested if. Okay, nested if I told you that is nothing but the body of the else statement, another if else having the statement will appear. Such statement called as the nested if statement. So here say that we are giving that condition A is less than B, right? And in that if condition we are giving, if the condition is true means it will goes to here. So if in the for this if this can be the else part, and if this can be the else part. Okay, if the condition A is less than B is right means it will move to this condition. So A will be compared to C. If the A is greater than means it will print the A is big. Otherwise, if it is if you are given for example, if you give the substitute value, A can be become 2, C can be 1. If you are initialize the value A equal to 2 and C equal to 1 means it will print the value A is big. Otherwise, it will, if you are given A can be given 3 mean, which is A can be you are given C value means C can be 5 means that C will be printed. So C can be printed. So after if it is false means it will go, whether we are giving that condition is failed means it will move to the else part. That if part will be again, it will ask the value for B and C. If you are initialize the value, B can be 10 and C can be 5 means the 10 can be greater than compared to C means it will print the value big. B is the big. Otherwise it will move to the C is big, right? So if you are given change the value, B can be the 5 and C can be the 10 means the condition will be failed and it will move to the printf else statement. So C will be the big. So this can be the output for if else. Just come to here. So see, I told you while statement, right? While statement syntax and flow chart, and I explained some example. See, look here and just பாருங்க. Okay, அதெல்லாம் புரியுதா? அப்ளை பண்ணு. But just take 10 minutes relaxation and just see that program. So here, see, look here. So either to do while we are using that conditions and printing the statement after we are giving that condition while. So I is not equal to 0. Okay. So here we are initializing I equal to j equal to 0. So after that we are giving that statement, enter a number, and after we are giving that I value and we can increment the j plus plus. Okay. So here we are coming while loop can be having I is not equal to 0. So printf will be total numbers entered where percentage of decrement of j. So j is decremented before printing because count for the last integer 0 is not to be considered, right? So we are giving that 0 value, but here we are giving that condition I is not equal to 0. Then that value can be entered as a decremented value. Whatever the value we are given, that it will be decrement. That I value becomes 0 means that 0 will be become minus, right? So decrement before printing the because. So count for last integer is not to be considered. 0 is not to be considered. So for loop, we are giving how to write the for loop. We are using the value given program swapping two numbers. For entered two numbers a and b equal to, we are giving that additional expression or operation. So that operation can be executed. So after it will print the ab value, right? Which is whether we are given that a value is the 2 means A value is 2 means B values is 1 means it will 2 plus 1 3. So B will get 3 and B minus A it will have some 1 minus 2 means minus 1. So A value become minus 1 and B again it will having B minus A, right? Whether whatever we are having 3 minus 1 minus into minus plus it will become plus, right? B value will be the minus 1 and A value become what 3 minus 3. So minus will become the answer will be 4. So it will be swapping the value. Okay, so this is the swapping of two numbers. So after that we are going to see that I told you that having continue statement, break statement, go to exit statement, like that it's having. So it is nothing but looping statement, right? So continue statement is nothing but that it can be causes next iteration of the enclosing loop, and the statement is encountered, the remaining statement in the body of the loop or script, and control is passed to without the initialization step. Okay. So continue statement is nothing but it reminds of the current pass through a loop, and that does not cause termination of the loop but jumps out of the present iteration. So when a continue statement is present inside a nested loop, it is only terminates the current iteration. So this can be the continue statement. So how that syntax will be there means continue comma semicolon. So exit is nothing but it is built in the function, it is used to terminate the execution of program. So this is the exit function. Next, break statement. So break statement, it is a terminate a loop or exit for a switch. So we are given that switch cases means in that switch cases can be break. So it is used for loop, do while and switch statement. So it is usually associated with if statement within the looping construct. So what is the syntax for break means this can be the written break star semicolon. So go to label, which is here that label name is given, right? So that label name can be executed in the statement. So the statement can be transfer control to any other statement. So this is called the reliability and making program. So it is difficult to meet, and see here that switch case we are given. So switch cases, I told you that break statement, it always almost it's having in the switch cases, right? Break statement can be called in switch expressions. So switch expressions having some cases. In that cases, we are using some statement. Statement is nothing but expression. For example, A equal to A into B, B equal to C into A. Like that, we are giving that expression that can have some expression we are written means that have some break. So after that break, it will goes to the case 2 and it will process the next statement. Like that it will goes on. After whatever the cases is over means it will goes to the default statement. The default statement is it will check the condition and print the default statement. So default is optional. Okay. So this is the iteration branching statement. Next we are going to see that recursion. Before that, take attendance. Ma Akshayam is present, right? Akshaya.
Yes, ma'am.
Adi Lakshmi.
Ma'am?
Present, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Aravindan.
Yes, ma'am.
Arun Kumar. P. Arun Kumar. S. Aravind.
Present, ma'am.
Tarun. Ma Tarun is present. Solomon King. Gunasekharan.
Yes, ma'am.
Jahnavi is present, right? Karan. Ma Karan is there. Lokeshwaran.
Present, ma'am.
Moriya Seso. Raju. Teja Babu is present, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Nikesh. K. Nikesh. Nitik Roshan. Sai Teja. Ma Nitik Roshan is present.
Saiteja
Present, ma'am.
present, ma'am. Nitik
Ma
Roshan
Nitik.
present.
Okay. Nikesh. Godson is present, right? Sai Teja is present.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, pa. So absentees நான் சொல்லிடுறேன். I will repeat. Tarun is absent, right? Tarun, Karan, Moriya Seso, Raju.
Ma'am, இருக்கு ma'am.
இருக்கியா?
Ma'am.
Okay, pa. Nikesh absent, right? Ma Tarun, Karan, Nikesh is absent. மிச்ச எல்லாரும் present, right? So next we are going to see that recursion. Okay. So recursion is nothing but its calling function itself. It's called the recursion. So calling a function from the definition of the same function is called the recursion. Okay. So recursion. So here the able to see. So recursion is nothing but it's calling a function itself is called the recursion. So here in the recursion, how it allocate the memory means it's have the stack memory. So stack memory is nothing but any function or block can be executed. It can be executed a method or block some auto or some. It contains some amount of memory allocated, right? So in that inside that is called the frame. So whatever you are giving that in the program, it can be how can it store means it takes the memory space. In that memory it will be added like a some frame. So frame for some recursion it will have some frame in that memory. For some another conditions it will goes to another frame. So like that it will forms the frame, like it will forms one frame, two frame, three frame, like that it will create automatically in that memory. So it's called the stack memory. So it will be called the main function explicitly. Of course the first time of the main method executes the operator system. Okay. So it is the it will stores in the stack memory. So that stack memory executes the number of frames. That is nothing but a block of some amount of memory allocated inside that can be is called a frame. So it occupies small amount of memory in that memory. Memory kulla or memory chinna chinna create achina that called the frame. Okay. So let's see the example for recursion. Before that we can see the towers of Hanai. So towers of Hanai is the very good example for recursion. So the towers of Hanaiல என்ன சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா we are placing this can be the A, this can be B, this can be C. That A can be considered as the source, C can be considered as the destination. Okay. So here so we have to uh, able to see my right, able to see my hearing. Okay. So this is the example for recursion. It having A, B, C, right? So A is the source and C is the destination. We are placing here three rings, red color and white, and will be green. Okay, that the three discs can be placed here, which means C destination part, using that modification in the middle, right? We can be called as the modification. So it having that move stack of disk from one peg to another. So move one disk at a time. Larger disk may never be on the top of the smaller disk. So whatever here placing the rings, disk can be placed same as like as here. Okay, which means C destination. So how it's possible to place? So it in a conditions அப்படின்னா the largest one place bottom of that destination, and the smaller one can be placed at top of the destination, and the middle one can be placed as the middle of the destination. Whatever you are having that A as like us, it will be in the C. So you can move anytime. It takes a number of times. Okay, so you can move the disk a number of times. So it can how it places means, see that first disk, see that second one, the first disk can be placed in the C, and come to the next second diagram, that second white disk can be placed in the second. After that we can placing here the third diagram, which shows you that the red can be placed into second, and that third one C, what is that, green can be placed into C. After that we are moving that red color to A and white color in the B. That B can be replaced to C, right? That C having see here that fourth diagram, fifth diagram. See red can be placed here and white can be placed in second modification, and third can be placed in the green can be placed in the third C, right? That C can be again it be placed, that white can be in C, right? After that can be placed at the topmost. So how that taking n times it will taking, and it will moving n number times, but it will places as well as what is given in the source, it can be producing in the destination. So this is the tower of Hanoi. So the tower of Hanoi can be example for recursion. Recursion means this is the recursion. I told you recursion is nothing but its calling function itself is called the recursion. So exact meaning for exact example for that recursion is this is. So it will be the calling a function from definition of the same function. Okay. So it will be the recursion is the processing of calling the function by itself. So in the recursion, exit condition from the function is to be defined. So it will go to the infinite loop. So it is very useful to solve the many mathematical problems. It is nothing but Fibonacci factorial, like that, etc. So this is the example for recursion. Let's see the example program. See, towers of Hanoi, we are using towers of Hanoi program எழுதிருக்கீங்க பாருங்க. So using int n number of disk, A can be the destination, and int C can be the A can be the source, C can be the destination, and B can be the middle of the modification, right? So we can writing that int disk, we are declaring the disk. One to other disk condition. In that move condition, we are if condition. So n can go like that, it will sound. So 10 is greater than 0, and conditions will be n minus 1. First we are giving that A part, which is but first disk, A source disk, we can giving n minus 1. We are taking that one disk to and placing into another destination, right? So we giving that condition n minus 1. Condition means concept, okay? So n minus 1, and we are giving what we are going to change, ABC, that is disk, right? ABC, and print the one disk. So like that we are giving that condition will be satisfying up to placing the destination. That disk can be placed in the destination, so that condition will be given, right? If n is like greater than 0, so it will moving that move பண்றது தான் concept. So this is the tower of Hanai concept, and we are writing that concept program, right? அந்த கான்செப்ட்டுக்கு ஒரு program எழுதுறோம். So this is the towers of Hanai. Let's see one more example program. So this is the factorial. We are writing the program. My students class புரியுதா? Students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next we are going to that recursion factorial. ஓகே ஃபேக்டோரியல் எப்படி எக்ஸிக்யூட் ஆகுது, இந்த ரிகர்ஷன் எப்படி வந்து மெமரிக்குள்ள அலோகேட் ஆகுது அப்படின்றது தான் ப்ரோக்ராமோட அவுட்புட் சொல்றேன் பாருங்க. ஸோ மெயின் ஹியர் we are using that int n and res. R is nothing but result. Okay, so we have to enter the n values. Okay, that n we have to enter that n values for the factorial. So after that we are giving that ampersand of n. Ampersand of n is nothing but pointer, so it's pointing the value of n. Okay, so after that we are using that result equal to fact of n. So whatever we are giving the factorial value, that can be the result, right? So and the result வந்து which is nothing but integer type. So again we are giving that we have to print that result value as an printf rows. That statement can be printed as the whatever we are given that factorial value, that can be printed as the result, right? So after that fact of int n. In the fact of n வந்து என்னன்னு நம்ம சொல்லிட்டோம். So fact of n தான் it can be the result, right? So fact n அப்படின்றது என்ன அப்படின்னு நம்ம we have to writing for that fact code code. Okay, so n can be, it is the integer side, so we can writing as int of n. Okay, so first result நம்ம எதுக்காக இந்த fact n எழுதுறோம் அப்படின்னா we have to produce that factorial whether the given number is factorial or not. So we are producing the output, so whether you can declare as a result. Okay, that can after that we are அப்படின்னா of n. N is nothing but it will be the result. So whatever we are given that number, that can be the n. Okay, so result equal to 1. If the condition n equal to 0 na, it will be the result is 1. Else it will print the result equal to n star fact of n minus 1. This is nothing but formula. Whatever we are giving that number, that can be executed in this formula, and it will return the answer result. Okay, so this is the factorial of writing simple program. Okay, this is a simple program to write the factorial. Okay, so factorial is the very most example for recursion. So or fact whether the given number is a factorial, if a 0 அப்படின்னு கொடுத்தா the 0 factorial value is nothing but 1 factorial value will be 1. So like that, how it's using the program and how get the output means this is the way of to write the C program in that factorial. Okay, so what is the output? The output எப்படி execute ஆகும் அப்படின்னா I told you in that memory space it will allocate some frame create ஆகும் for recursion only. Okay, that is called the stack memory. Okay, so I told that in that program it's having n equal to, we are initializing some assuming or initializing the value n equal to 4. So enter the value அப்படின்னு கேட்கும்ல, அப்போ வந்து நம்ம 4 அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நம்ம enter பண்ணோம்னா value. I told you, wait, where is that program? So first it will taken as n equal to 4 value and we have to produce the value result. So in the part எடுத்துக்கும் அந்த program of executionல it memory can take n and result. So after that so n equal to 4 we are assuming means it will produce the result, right? Result is nothing but fact of 4. So நாங்க சொல்லிருப்பேன் that fact of 4 க்கு தான் we are going to write the code. Here see that result equal to fact of 4 we are giving here. Okay, the fact of 4. So that fact of 4 will be executing the fact of n. This can be executed. So we are given that number fact of 4. So n equal to fact of 4. So n equal to fact of 4. So fact of 4 என்றது என்னன்னு தெரியாது. So it will goes to the, again it will create some frame and it will goes to the fact of n equal to 4. That fact of 4 is nothing but we are given that condition, right? If condition if n equal to 0. So it will apply the 4 here. For instead of n we can apply the 4. So 4 equal to 0. Then it will execute the part. No, whether we are given what we are given, we are condition if it is true means result is 1, right? Here is having the any result. No, don't know, we don't know how the any nothing is their result, right? So it will goes to the else part. Result 1 up, right? If condition the result equal to 1 equal to n star fact of n minus 1 is there. So whatever we are given that n equal to 4, that value can be substitute here. So 4 into factorial of n minus 1 is nothing but 4 minus 1, that can be 3. So what is fact of 3? So again it will create one frame. So it will create the frame means fact of n equal to 3. That frame having again checks the condition. If 3 is equal to 0, but here that fact of n value will become 3, right? So that the n value become 3, that 3 can be substituted again in that condition. So in the if condition, it will checks the condition 3 equal to 0. It will having the result is 1, no. So the condition is failed. It will move to the again. It will move to the else part. That else part it having 3 into fact of n minus 1. So n into fact of n minus 1, n can be applied as the 3, and fact of n minus 1, 3 minus 1, that fact 2. Again it creates the another one frame. It will move to the another one frame. That frame will be again n equal to 2. That 2 can be substitute here n value. The 2 again it will fail. It will goes to the else part. Again it will move n value become 1. How means n minus 1, 2 minus 1 will be become 1. That 1 will be again it creates the frame. So in that memory it will create a frame by frame. So again it will check the condition 1 is equal to 0. Again the condition is failed and it will move to the else part, and the else part is what's having means the formula is there n into a fact of n minus 1. Then 1 n can be substituted 1, and fact of n minus 1, 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So the fact of 0 again it will goes to the again it will create the frame, and that frame having fact of 0. That again it will check the condition. If 0 equal to 0 means again that result will, though the given if condition is true. Here only that if condition true part can be executed. 0 equal to 0 means if the condition will be true, then the statement will be the result. Here that else part will be 0. It not executed the else part because the given condition is true. It will proceed only the true condition statement, that is nothing but result equal to 1. It will fail to execute the else part because the given condition is satisfying the given answer. So it will execute the if part only, true part only. It will fail to execute the else part, so that it will move to the return 1. So the result will be 1. The condition is true. So the frame will connected to backward thing, and here check the 0. What is the 0? 0 value now we are find it as the 1. Okay. The factorial of 0 we can find the value as the result as the 1. The 0 can be what's the fact of 0 value will be the 1, right? So here it will come to the backward chain, and it will check the fact of 0 value. We find that can be 1. So 1 into 1. So 1 into 1 will be the answer is 1. Here that result return value will be the 1. So here that fact of 1 can be also executed, and we find that the answer of fact of 1. So the fact of 1 value will be the 1. Okay. Again it will goes to the here backward chain. So 2 star into fact of 1. Fact of 1 value we find that is the 1. Here it will the result can be applied. So result 2 into 1. So we know that value n equal to 1. What is the value of factorial of 1 will be? Find the answer will be the 1. So it will substitute 2 into 1. So 2 can be the answer. 2 into 1 will be the 2. It will be written the 2. Then it will move to the backward chain. The 2 will, we know that value for fact of 3, right? The fact of the 2 value we know. This is the fact of 2, right? The 2 value will be the 2, right? So 3 into 2 return 6. So we know the value of fact of 3. So we can substitute here fact of 3. Again it will move to the backward chain, and it will substitute the value fact of 3. That 4 into 3 factorial of 3 value, what is here? 6. The result will be 6. So the factorial of 3 value will be 6, and 4 into 6. So the return value will be the 24. 6 are 24. So it will move to the backward chain. We are finded some frames, right, for a fact of 4. Fact of 4 la ஒரு frame create பண்ணி, and we will move again the chain will move to, and it will go and 3. So factorial of 4 oda value enna நம்ம இங்க find out பண்ணோம் 24. The result can be 24. Then the system can print the factorial of 4 will be 24. So how this factorial can executed and then memory can be how we allocate the space means this can be executed like that. Okay, இது மட்டும் execute ஆகும். So now come to the program. See, I told you n and result. இந்த n and result லுக்கு ஒரு frame create ஆகும். What is result அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா factorial of n தான் result. So factorial of n ன்றது என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்க்கும்போது we are given that condition, right? So we have to print that result. So if n equal to 0, it checks so long, it can check the condition and print the value 1 and it will execute that part of this and can be find out the value and the print that result equal to 24. Ma, the factorial program purida? Students, are you getting my points? Students, recursion purida?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma, recursion oda outputum புரியுதில்ல output எப்படி generate ஆகும் and how that memory can take as frames அதெல்லாம் நான் முன்னாடி சொன்னேன். recursion வந்து frame create பண்ணும். so stack of memory அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அதுக்கு பேர் சொல்லி இருந்தேன். so எப்படின்றது இப்ப புரிஞ்சுச்சா என்னன்னு recursion? So இன்னைக்கு என்னெல்லாம் நம்ம பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா we are seeing iteration, recursion and decision. Iteration is nothing but for loop. Decision is nothing but if, else, while and loop statement, control statement. Recursion is nothing but we are seeing the towers of Hanoi example and factorial. Towers of Hanoi வந்து n-1, factorial வந்து n into factorial of n-1. This is the formula for factorial to find the factorial for the given numbers. Okay, so this is the iteration, recursion, decision. So நான் சொன்னதுக்கு அப்புறம் just read out this. Recursive function is nothing but it calls itself directly or indirectly. So each recursion call is made with a new independent set of argument. So it allows very simple program for complex problems. Okay, so this is the simplest. I told you that factorial, right? So written x star factorial of x minus 1. I told you நான் சொன்னதுதாம்மா இது. The factorial program is the simplest example. So using the towers of Hanoi பத்தியும் சொல்லியாச்சு. So using that using the concept we are writing that code, right? So which is nothing but n-1 and we have to produce that A to C. Destination, source and destination. We are replacing the disk to destination. So that is nothing but towers of Hanoi. So why recursion means it is the some problems are too hard to solve without recursion. So most notably the compiler. So towers of Hanoi problem, most problems involving linked list and trees. So linked list and trees are we can see in next class. So what is the difference? Recursion and iteration means some simple recursive problem can be unwounded into loops, but code becomes less. Okay, but hard problems cannot easily be expressed in non-recursive code. That is towers of Hanoi. Here that implementation recursion, I told you it is stored as a stack size, stack memory. So stack is nothing but last in first out. If you are seeing that towers of alignments, we are first we can taking that 3 district can be. So 3D how we are placing means we using that stack. So last in first out data structure provided by OS for each running program for temporary storage of automatic variables, argument, function result and other stuff. So that is nothing but working storage for each and separate function call. Okay. So stack is every single time a function is called, an area of the stack is reserved from that particular call. So it is an activation record. Activation record is nothing but it will be have some addresses for the each and every variable. So recursion that all the modern computer architecture specifically supported stack register and I told that frame rights that is called the stack register instruction for manipulating the stack that most modern programming language is not Fortran and not Gobal that can be that language. Okay. So recursion in C means it will process the parameter result and automatic variables. It also allocated on the frame, which is stack. So allocated when the functions or compound statements is entered, released when functions or compound statement is exited. So values are not retained from one call to next. So this is the recursion. See how that recursion can be running. So using our Windows or Linux OS, we are using C. It will having some other spaces like that. We are offering that stack dynamically allocated. So dynamically allocated, it is heap is nothing but it has some topic in upcoming classes. So we will explain that heap will be upcoming class. Okay. So static data, program code. So how it's work I told you factorial எப்படி ஒர்க் ஆகும் நான் உங்களுக்கு ப்ரோக்ராம் போட்டு ஃப்ரேம் கிரியேட் பண்ணி மெமரி ஸ்டோரேஜ் வரைக்கும் சொல்லியாச்சு. So compile factorial x equal to factorial of 100. So it will be the calling function. 100 can be the expression it leaves on the stack. So but the current program counter somewhere, so the factorial function can return to the right place in the calling function. So transfer control to the call the function. So compiled code which is nothing but factorial function. It saves the caller register in a dedicated space in the activation record. So it generates the parameter and from the stack gets inside the aside some memory for local variables and intermediate results on the stack. So whatever the factorial was programmed to it, put the result in the space allocated by the caller and restore the caller register and transfer back to the program counter saved by the caller. So I told that recursion, right? Recursion factorial, that factorial can be executed and finding the answer at last and it will recall the back statement and it will execute the result within back statement and it will move to the another back. It will goes on chain. That chain is nothing but recursion. Okay. So see some questions. See, look here, the process in which a function calls itself directly or indirectly is called a recursion, right? My students, புரியுதா இன்னைக்கு கிளாஸ்? ஐட்ரேஷன் பத்தி சொல்லியிருந்தேன், டிசிஷன் பத்தி சொல்லியிருந்தேன், ரிகர்ஷன் பத்தி சொல்லியிருந்தேன். Are you able to understand today's class? Ma, just you for your interview session, you can know what is what at least. That means only you can clear the interview. Otherwise, you still want to study. Okay? My students,
Okay,
are
ma'am.
you? Okay, fine. So let's see the questions. The process in which a function calls itself directly or indirectly is called recursion. Okay? So I told you what is recursion. Okay? Next one, which of the following is not an example for recursion? Towers of Hanai, DFS, depth first search, SFS is the answer. Okay? It's not an example for recursion. So here that function is called dash, it is called same function means function call itself means it can be the recursion. I told that recursion can be calling itself directly or indirectly, that is called the recursion. After that I will told that function can be calling a function from the function. Definition of the sum function is also called as recursion. Like that only here also giving a function is called is, if it is called the same function means it will be the direct recursive. Okay, so iteration requires more system memory than recursion means no. Iteration requires, recursion can be the more system memory. Iteration will maintain the stack, right? Iteration is nothing but conditions, whether looping. So the statement will be the false. Next, what will be the output for the following code will be? See here, we are using that int main, printf hello, we are giving the hello, and main we are using return 0. So if you are using that main will be second time means in that program it will be the infinite, it not be the end. So the main can be calling again main to main. So the main function போயிட்டே இருக்கும். We are not giving that end condition, end statement. So it will be printed hello for infinite number of times. Okay. So here that explanation, we are calling the main from main, which is the recursive. So we have not defined any condition from the program to exit. So hello will be printed infinite number of times. So you understand what I'm saying? So see that next output for iteration. See, we are giving that for I equal to 1, j equal to 1, and we are initializing the value and given the condition and increment decrement. So what is the output for this? So I will be printed, right? I will be printed as 1. After it checks the condition, it will increment. I will be the 1 and I is less than or equal to 3. The condition is true. It will print the value I equal to 1 and it will goes to the modification. I will be incremented as the 2, right? The 2 will be substituted in I value. 2 is less than or equal to 3. Again, it will goes to like that. It will process same as like j also same. So it will printed as a 2 and it will increment the part will be modification will be increment the value. 2 can be become 3. 3 will substitute in I and also j. It will printed as the 3. After it will comes to the 4. 4 will be checks the condition. 4 will be the failed, right? I will become 4 means checks the condition means the condition will be failed and it will not move to modification and stop the program. So I will be the 1, 2, 3 and j will be the 1, 2, 3. So this is the output for C program. This is I, this is j. I linear j on one so already wrong. So C can be the answer. First kudukra value can be printed as INJ and second value can be printed as INJ and third value can be printed as INJ. Like that only it will print. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So 7th question, when any function is called from main, the memory is allocated to it on the stack. Right? Yes, it will be, if it is called any function means it will be stored in the stack memory, right? So it will be the true. So here n equal to 4, it will check the condition, right? n வந்து 4 ன்னு நம்ம assign பண்ணிருக்கோம், like that factorial. So n equal to 4 na first it will printed as 1. For example, if you are assigning the value n equal to 1 means 1 is equal to 4 means not it, right? It will create the frame, again one frame, again it will moves to 2, like that it will goes on, right? So in the 4, எப்ப n equal to 4 கொடுக்கிறோமோ, that 4 can be execute the else part. So 2 into function of 4 can be what? 4 equal to 4 means the result will be the n. So n value will be the 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 2 star 5. So 2 star 5, it will move to here. So we are giving here function of 2, right? That 2 can be here printed as 2 plus 4, right? 4. So that 4 will be, 4 can be the 2 star of 4, it will be the answer 16. See here explanation is given. So function of 2 star of function 3, I told that the frame will be created. That function of 3 core frame create agum, that here 2 star of function of 4. Then it will execute the fourth statement. 4 equal to 4 means the condition is true, right? So it will return the n. So n will be the 4, right? Function of 4. So 4 star 2 star 2. What is that? புரியுதா? நான் recursions factorial சொன்ன மாதிரி தான் இதுவும். It will create separate frames and will execute the conditions. So last condition 4 equal to 4 அப்படின்னு வரும்போது மட்டும்தான் it will satisfies the n value. So n values is nothing but 4. So it will apply here, right? 4. 2 star function of 2 into 4. What is the 2 star of 2? Function of 4. 4 can be the 4 value result. N value 4 in kudukumbodhu, here will be the 4. Written 4. That 4 can be stored as here function of 4. So 2 star into 4 equal to 16. So answer will be the 16. Ma purida? Students are
Ma'am.
Ma purida ma the function?
Ma'am. Hello ma'am.
சொல்லுப்பா.
மேம் இங்க வந்து ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் 3 ன்னு கொடுக்கும்போது கீழ மேம் அந்த எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன்ல வாங்கல. இப்போ வந்து இந்த எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் மேம் ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் 2 ன்னு கொடுக்கும்போது உள்ள ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் 3 ன்னு வருது மேம். ஆனா ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் 3 ன்னு கொடுக்கும்போது 3 ஸ்டார் இன்டு ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் 4 ன்னு தான மேம் வரணும்.
We are written here, right? 2 star function of n plus 1. அப்ப நம்ம 2 கொடுக்கும்போது n வேல்யூ மட்டும் தான் 2 ஆகும். அப்ப 2 plus 1 3 ஆ மாறுது. ஓகேவா? அகைன் 3 வந்துருது. 2 ஸ்டார்ன்றது நம்ம கொடுக்கிறோம் ஆல்ரெடி. ஓகே? புரியுதாப்பா?
ஓகே மேம்.
ஓகேப்பா. ஓகேம்மா. Today's class is over. Thank you students. Next classல நம்ம வந்து functions and procedures scope பார்க்கலாம். Thank you students. மா class இன்னைக்கு புரிஞ்சுச்சா? Students, are you hearing my voice?
Yes ma'am.
Okay pa, நீ class புரிஞ்சுச்சா? Thank you students.
Thank you ma'am.